Hey, George, it's Johnny Boy Boxing at FightHype. I just got a question. You said earlier that this is your second home. You feel comfortable in New York. Richardson Hitchins says that he's the king of New York. If you beat him, are you the new king of New York and king of Australia?
Well, from New York, you can't give that out. We've heard that before. That I've heard that in 2021 that we had a king of boxing, king of New York.
Well, you called yourself the emperor.
The emperor's coming back.
The emperor's back.
What's a king to an emperor?
The emperor of New York.
When I beat him, the emperor returns.
Trent, do you still feel that same hunger? Because the last time you were here, you were fighting for all those titles. You've won them. You've made a lot of good money in your career. Do you still feel that same hunger as the last time you were here in New York?
Yes, that hunger is undeniable. I wouldn't be here. I turned 32 June 14th. I wouldn't be here wasting my time. I've got a good life. I have every belt. I go downstairs in my house. I got all the belts, and my kids get to see them, and people get. No one in Australia has that. I've made a lot of good money. God bless. But for me, it's more than all that. For me, it's that legacy. Coming back and beating this guy and doing it again, and say, you know what, Kambosos is stamping in the Hall of Fame. He fought the best. He beat these guys. He did it on his terms, and that's what it is. Catching that feeling. Fighters, especially guys that have been there and done it, and now obviously getting a bit older, they're trying to catch that feeling again, and that's what I'm catching. I feel good. I feel really good. I feel great at this weight. Sharp, very explosive, hitting very hard, and God willing, June 14th is going to be a great victory again for my career.
Kambosos, I like that you mentioned about if Hitchison gets on the bicycle, you guys have a plan for that. Now we just saw William Skull versus Canelo. Speaking of another champion, what advice would you give to Canelo if he fought a guy like Skull to make the fight easier?
Well, look, this is Canelo Alvarez. Who am I to sit there and give advice? Yes, look, he's been undisputed and twice, and look, I feel that I was undisputed. Obviously, politics. Some 50% say yes, 50% say no. But yeah, maybe I was watching Canelo and Danny Jacobs, a couple of days ago, just studying that fight after his recent fight, and that movement and what he did in that fight, and the way he cut the ring off, and just beautiful head movement. That's the Canelo Alvarez. It was a bit of a weird one. It was a weird week, but again, it's Canelo Alvarez, and who am I to give him any input?
Last question right here.
George, what mental edge do you believe you bring into this fight that Hitchins has never seen before?
I got that championship caliber. I've been there time and time again. I'm a hungry, warrior. That will, that heart to win this fight. For me, I feel that Hitchins, good fighter, great fighter, whatever you want to call it, hasn't been proven yet. He won his championship against another Australian guy, and he hasn't fought the big names. And he can say that he's done this inspiring, and he feels like he's that, and he feels like he's going to be the king and the best in boxing. But you got to show it in the ring, and we'll see how much heart he has. We saw it in the Lemos fight. We see certain glimpses of him, and then we see what style he brings. So a different kind of fighter, different kind of person. But I'll tell you what, there is two competitive guys, coming to give it their all. New York is in for a treat. The boxing world is in for a treat. So no disrespect there. This is going to be a hell of a fight. God willing, he comes to fight, and if he doesn't, like I said, we've got our tricks and aces up our sleeves. We learn from our lessons.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
I can talk to you guys all day. But I've got a fight to get back to Montreal.